The figure that I'm reviewing today is a hentai figure and may not be suitable for younger audiences. There will be nudity involved, and if this isn't the type of video that you want to watch, I completely understand, and I will leave some suggestions for you to go and check out the rest of my channel up in the iCard up here. With all that being said and done, I hope that you enjoy the video and let's get into the review. How's it going, guys? BB here with another figure review. So today I'm going to be reviewing this Super Sonico figure. So this here is Super Sonico SomiComi Package version 1/5 scale figure by Orchid Seed. So this here was off of Amy. I got it pre-owned and it was item B, box B, which means that she has been opened and there's minor damage to the box and there might be a little bit of wear to her. But for the most part it looks like that she is pretty much pristine. The box has been opened, so the seals were unsealed when I got her, but that's fine. This figure here is beautiful. She is a part of a set, so you can get alternate versions of her. There is a silver version as well as a berry version, which I want to get both of them, and they are reasonably hard to come across. You need to find them secondhand. This figure here cost me 8,930 yen with shipping, so that was 110 New Zealand dollars, which is really cheap for a 1/5 scale figure. I mean, look how large she is. This is a decent size figure. So I cannot wait to open her up, and I want to have a look at the box and see what she looks like inside. So let's get into this. So here Sonico is in her box. As you see, it is a reasonably tall box because of how tall Sonico is. On the left hand side you can see a full body picture of Sonico, and then if you come around to the back you can see an anime picture of Sonico and a close-up of how she looks in her figure. On the right hand side it's the same picture as the left hand, and then when we come around to the front you get a nice view of Sonico inside that box. On the bottom it's just a standard white base, and then if we come around to the top you can see that there is the Nitro Plus logo, and I don't have to open this up with any scissors because it's already been opened. There are no sellotape tabs on it because it is second hand. So let's get this open, pull Sonico out. She is actually a reasonably heavy figure. I had a little bit of trouble pulling her out because she is rather sturdy, which I quite like because you want your figures to be nice and sturdy. On the inside of the box it's just pink and starry. It's quite a nice little background, and then we also have some instructions on how to take off her head, but it also has instructions on how to take off her bra, so it's good that they've included that. So it's in Japanese on one side, and then if you turn it over you'll see it is in English as well. The base is a nice clear base. I actually quite like the colour and just the patterns that we have on there. It says Super Sonico on it. It's rather normal, but at the same time I think it works quite well with this figure. Here she is. She's got a lot of plastic all over her, so she's nice and safe. There won't be too much paint transfer, I would hope. And you can take off her head. I'm putting my fingers on the front and the back of her head, and it comes off reasonably easily. And then if we get rid of some of this plastic you can see that she's got her little necklace. It's really nice. It's a little cute guitar. She has a bikini on and the paint job looks really nice. I love those boots as well. They are adorable. All in all, the paint is actually really nice on this figure. I quite like how they've got a little bit of shading here and there. Then if we look at the back you can see that's how you take off her bra or her bikini top. The little bow actually slips off and then it is pinned together, so it's a little bit different how you would take off a cast offable top. It's not just a normal pin hole where it goes together. It's actually something that I've never seen. As you see, her bikini bottoms don't come off. They are actually a part of this figure, and she does have a very cute bum. If we take a look at her chest, I like how they have sculpted out her breasts. as well as her nipples. They are reasonably well defined and very well painted, which is nice to see because you want your nipples to look very perky and very peach looking. It suits this figure well. So if we put back on her bikini top, it's very easy to put back on. You just have to clasp it back together and then you need to put the little bow back on top. You need to be very careful with this because you don't want to lose that little bow. If you lose it, then it's going to look a bit funny. So we'll put back on her head. It's very easy to put on. You need to make sure that you take off her head before you take off her bikini top, and when you're putting back on her head you need to make sure that you're very careful of those little wires that are on her headphones because they are very, very thin. It's very easy to damage them. Taking a closer look at her hair, and I think that the coloration of her hair is really nice. It's a kind of white baby pink instead of the normal baby pink that you see Sonico with. I think it could have been a little bit more pink, but I think it works with this figure. Now let's go and put her on her base. She is very easy to put her on the base. You do, however, need to pinch the legs together just slightly to be able to put it on. Sometimes you do have to pull their legs together just slightly to make sure that you have the prongs in properly. Because this is second hand, I did notice that there is a little bit of a crack on the base, which is a bit of a shame, but there's not much I can really do about that. Let's take a closer look at Sonico. We'll do a 360 view. She looks really cute. I love the way that she is posed. I love the sculpt of this figure and the paint job is really nice. If we take a look at her legs, you can see that she's got some really cute looking stockings. I love the details. The kind of shiny pink with the white looks really, really nice, as well as her boots. It all goes together really well. If we zoom in slightly, you can have a closer look at the bikini. I think that the white on the bikini is painted well. It doesn't kind of look like an off-white like some figures can have. Again, taking a look at those stockings, I absolutely love them. I think it works really well with this figure. And with the boots, they're kind of a rocker boot, and the colours just mesh really well. You can see her bum. She has a very nice bum. It looks very round and perky. And then coming up, you can actually see the kind of contours in her stomach. She's not a skinny figure, but she's not overly chubby, which I absolutely love. Now if we have a 360 view of her with her shirt off, you can have a better look at her breasts. I think that the way that they sculpted her breasts, it looks great. The coloration is great, and I think that it is definitely one of the better sculpted cast-offable figures that I own. She still has kind of that high fantasy look, but they're not overly unrealistic, which is definitely important. Okay, so I've had the Sonico for a little while now, and I can say for absolute certainty that I am in absolute love with her. She is beautiful, and I normally display her like this. So, yeah. For many reasons. So, starting with Sonico's base, I actually quite like it. I think that Sonico's base is adorable. The little pink colour to it, and then with the mix of the light green and the whites, it all comes together very well. And even though it's a see-through base, I quite like it. I think it works. On top of that, I absolutely love the stars that is on that base as well. It all just looks aesthetically pleasing. If you look at Sonico's boots, her boots are adorable. I love that colour of boots on her. I quite like how the laces are undone on this figure. Most figures you'll just see a normal bow on the front, but this one, it has kind of that punk rock feel. Then if we take a look at her socks look really nice. I love the colour, I love the stars. I also really like how it kind of puckers into her skin when you look at her thighs. I think that that is a cute little touch that a lot of Sonico figures have, because she is meant to be slightly bigger, you know, she's meant to be a plus size model. Going up onto her legs and where her underwear is, or her bikini bottom I should say, I really like how it all just sits nicely. I love the coloration. There's lots of really nice shading and colours on Sonico's body all around. Some parts can be a little bit too pink, like that she's been sunburnt. Like if you look at the bottom of her breasts and around near the inner arm, she kind of looks like that she's got a breast rash, or she's been laying in the sun for a little bit too long. I feel it's a little bit too pink. If they dulled that down just a smidge, then it would look nicer, but that's a bit of a nitpick. The fact that this figure has so many different colours to it and it has such nice shading does make me happy. I absolutely love the pose that Sonico is standing in. I think it's really cute. I love the way that her breasts are sitting. The main reason why I have her with her boobs out and not her little bikini top on is because they sculpted her breasts really well. I love the shape of them. I do actually like the placement of her nipples. Again, they probably could be moved down just slightly, but for the most part it is sculpted really well, and her nipples are sculpted really well as well. If you turn Sonico around, you'll see that she has a really nice rump. Her bum is nice and perky and her bum cheeks are really nice and round, and there is a nice sculpt on her bum where her bikini bottoms sit. It has a little bit of a pucker, it's got ruffles, and again it is shaded and coloured really nicely. Once again, around the bum she kind of looks like she's got a little bit of chafing. It's a little bit too pink for my liking, but again I would rather have that over just a flat colour in general. I would rather have a little bit too much colour than no colour at all. Sonico's necklace is really cute. I love the fact that they added in her necklace. I think that it makes the figure come together. And then if you look at Sonico's face, I do like her expression. I think that maybe if she was smiling instead of just the flat expression that she's giving, it might have looked a little bit nicer. But for the most part, I do like her expression. If you look at the likes of her hair is painted very well. I like the gradient from the kind of whitey pink down to the actual pink that she has. I do feel that her hair could have maybe been a little bit pinker, more of a baby pink more than a white pink, but that's again just a nitpick on my part. Of course she has to be wearing her standard headphones. Now be aware that the headphones are a little bit flimsy. The little wire that is on the very top can be damaged very easily, and while it's not noticeable, they can snap out of place quite easily without you having to really bump it at all, which has happened on mine and has happened on plenty of other Sonico figures as well. So just keep that in mind when you get this figure. Lastly, if you take a look at her fingernails, they are painted, they're painted pink and it is adorable. And as for her bikini top does look really nice on her. I like the way that it's coloured, I liked the shading on it, and the sculpt is really nice. I also like the way that they have done the bow on the back. I feel that that is sculpted really well. It also has a very unique way of taking it off. Instead of having the normal clasps where they kind of snip together like that, the bow comes off and then you can take it apart. So I think that having it like that is actually really interesting. All in all, this figure is beautiful and it's a part of a 3 set. There's this one, which is the standard edition. Then there's a limited edition, which is a silver bikini. And then there's the one that I really want to get, the berry version, which has her in a kind of hot pink, more of a cherry pink coloured bikini, and it's slightly silvery. It looks really nice and I really want to get that one, but it's a little bit harder to get a hold of. I do keep an eye on them on Ami, so if you want to get the set like me, then make sure to keep an eye out on there because they do pop up here and there. It just depends on if you have the money. So let me know in the comments below if you have this figure or any of the others. What do you think of them, and do you love them as much as I do? Let me know. I look forward to reading them all. While you're there, please make sure to give this video a big like and share it out to all your friends. I'd really appreciate it and it helps me out a lot. I'm on social media. I've got a Twitter and a Facebook and a Discord, and I'm online constantly, so make sure to check out all of those links down in the description below. If you haven't already, please also check out the rest of my channel because I've got anime news, anime figure reviews and anime recommendations on there, as well as some live streams, so I'm pretty sure you won't get bored. If you want to see more from me and more videos like this, then please make sure to subscribe for a wide range of anime content. From Moe to Mika, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!